Let's go.
The history of Israel spans ancient traditions, biblical narratives, and modern-day political transformations. This exploration follows the journey from the biblical patriarch Jacob, renamed Israel, to the modern nation-state of Israel. Biblical conception of Israel. In the Hebrew Bible, Jacob, the son of Isaac and grandson of Abraham, becomes the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, which represent the ancient Hebrew people. Jacob's name was changed to Israel after a mysterious nighttime struggle with a divine figure, described in Genesis 32 verse 28, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with God and with men, and have prevailed." The name, Israel, is often interpreted to mean, "he who struggles with God." Jacob, Israel, had 12 sons, who became the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. These sons and their descendants formed the basis of the Israelite nation. From tribes to kingdoms. The Israelites established their presence in Canaan, modern-day Israel and Palestine, around 1200 BCE. Over time, they organized as a loose confederation of tribes, eventually united under the monarchy of King Saul, followed by King David around 1000 BCE. King Solomon, David's son, built the first temple in Jerusalem, marking Jerusalem as the spiritual center of Israel. After Solomon's reign, the kingdom split into the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. Both kingdoms were eventually conquered, Israel by the Assyrians in 722 BCE and Judah by the Babylonians in 586 BCE. Exile and diaspora. After the Babylonian exile, many Jews returned to Judah, rebuilt the temple, and re-established their presence. However, subsequent conquests by the Persians, Greeks, and Romans led to more displacements. The Roman Empire dispersed the Jewish people following the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE. This dispersion, or diaspora, scattered Jewish communities across the world, but these communities maintained a strong connection to the land of Israel and the hope of returning. Zionism and modern return. In the 19th century, Zionism emerged as a political and cultural movement advocating for the Jewish people's return to their historic homeland. Key figures like Theodor Herzl saw the establishment of a Jewish state as the solution to European anti-Semitism and persecution. Waves of Jewish immigrants began moving to Palestine, then under Ottoman rule, in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Following World War I, Britain took control of Palestine under the 1917 Balfour Declaration, which supported establishing a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. The birth of modern Israel. After the Holocaust, support for a Jewish state grew significantly. The United Nations proposed a partition plan in 1947 to divide Palestine into Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international control. The Jewish community accepted the plan, but Arab leaders rejected it, leading to tensions and conflict. When the British Mandate ended on May 14, 1948, Jewish leaders, led by David Ben-Gurion, proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel. War of Independence, 1948 to 1949. Immediately after Israel's declaration of independence, neighboring Arab countries, Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Iraq, launched a military intervention, resulting in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. Despite being outnumbered, Israel managed to secure its independence through a combination of strategic victories and arms procurement. By the war's end, Israel controlled more territory than initially allotted by the UN partition plan, while Jordan took control of the West Bank and Egypt took Gaza. Survival, conflicts, and peace efforts. 1956 Suez Crisis. Israel, along with Britain and France, attacked Egypt after Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal. The crisis ended with a UN-brokered peace. 1967 Six-Day War. Facing growing threats, Israel launched a preemptive strike against Egypt, Jordan, and Syria, capturing the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights. This shifted Israel's borders and intensified regional tensions. 1973 Yom Kippur War. Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Yom Kippur, the holiest day in Judaism. Israel eventually pushed back the offensive, and the conflict spurred peace efforts. 1979 Egypt-Israel Peace Treaty, brokered by U.S. President Jimmy Carter. This treaty marked the first peace agreement between Israel and an Arab country. Oslo Accords, 1993 to 1995, aimed at resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. These agreements, mediated by the U.S., led to mutual recognition between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO. However, lasting peace remains elusive. Israel has grown into a highly developed nation with a strong technology and defense sector, world-class education, and vibrant cultural life. Relations with neighboring Arab nations have seen significant improvements, with peace agreements with the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco through the 2020 Abraham Accords. Challenges: Israel faces ongoing tensions, especially regarding Palestinian statehood and territories. Conflicts in Gaza, tensions in the West Bank, and periodic violence remain major issues. Achievements: Israel has emerged as a leader in technology, medicine, agriculture, and renewable energy, with a dynamic economy and rich cultural contributions. Present-day Israel. Israel's population is diverse, including Jewish immigrants from across the world, Arab citizens, and other minority groups. The nation remains a central player in global geopolitics, with alliances and occasional tensions with Western powers and complex relationships with regional neighbors. In sum, Israel's journey reflects a unique historical blend of ancient roots, religious significance, and modern state-building challenges, contributing to its resilience and dynamism as a nation.